it's Sweetie Pie and welcome back. Back again. Sweetie Pie's back. Tell a friend. No, but really, you could totally share my videos on Facebook or go like my Instagram pictures. I always leave a link down below, and that is enough of the promoing, Melissa. Anyway, guys, today we are looking at the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. I'm excited because this was a really cute palette. There are some downsides, and I will definitely tell you that. I have a few qualms with this palette, but it is really beautiful. So if you guys are interested in seeing the look I did today using this palette, as well as, you know, me talking about it, doing swatches, all that good stuff, then stay tuned. And let's get into this video. Alright guys, so as you guys know, if you are not new, if you are new, subscribe. But if you're not new, if you're not new, you know that I do just a little bit in the beginning of the video telling you where you can purchase the palette, all that good stuff, weights, ingredients, all that good stuff. And today, that will be no different. I got a new background. I don't know if you can see like the sparkly goldness of it, but it is freaking gorgeous. Like, I love this background. Anyway, so the Violet Voss Flamingo palette, it has 20 shades in it, and they are all 1.8 grams, which makes it a total of 36 grams? Is that right? Yes, that's obviously right. It was on the back of the palette. So, yeah, 1.8 grams per shadow for $60. Now, if you've seen my other Violet Voss palette reviews, you know that I totally do not think they're worth $60. Violet Voss is made in China, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I will look because I know that mostly they are. It said distributed in the USA, but where is it made? Wow, that's actually something I've never seen before. They did not put it on either backs. Regardless, my other Violet Voss palette is made in China, so I'm going to assume that this one is also made in China. Which, obviously, if you know, in China you can get things cheaper made. So I don't think you should be charging $60. Now, I do know that the eyeshadows themselves, I'm pretty sure, are made in the USA, and then the bulk is shipped to China. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that is exactly how it works with Violet Voss, and yeah, I just don't think that that is, like, fair. There is 11 mattes and 9 metallics in the palette, and of course, I love Violet Voss because her metallics are amazing. So here is the palette. Let's just get a zoomed up look of the palette. So here is the palette. As you can see, super cute on the outside. You have the, like, kind of matte packaging, and then the flamingos are very, like, you know, iridescent and pretty, and then you have the Flamingo eyeshadow palette by Violet Voss, and the back is very standard. You've got your palm trees, and it has hashtag Violet Voss on it. Now, I did want to mention, if you can see right here, I did end up actually dropping this from about 3 feet. It did ding on the side, but as you can see, no, nothing was ruined. Now, my camera is picking these up as a little bit darker than they actually are, these ones right here especially, but I'm hoping that once I do my swatches, you guys can see the true colors of this palette. These are not overly pigmented shades. Now, I will get into that, but the mirror, very big mirror, really beautiful. Ooh, I love when people do pictures with the palette in the mirror, so pretty. But anyway, let's just get back to, you know, all that information. So, I'm pretty sure that Violet Voss is vegan. I'm not quite sure. Some people do say that they are private labeled. I don't know about all that. But I bought mine from Sephora, but you can also have it found on Violet Voss. They do have a bundle right now for $95 US where you can get this and their face palette. I did want the face palette, but I just, when I looked at it, I was like, I really don't need those products. So the face palette is $45 US. Also, this one is $45 US. I pay $60 because obviously I live in Canada. And yeah, there was one other thing that I wanted to mention about the ingredients. Now, I am no chemist. I do not know anything about ingredients. But when I looked at the ingredients, the first three shades, or the first three ingredients, the first three freaking shades, oh my gosh, I'm really doing myself justice here, are mica, talc, and something called kaolin. Now, I am going to put down below a, you know, like a, an article I found on kaolin. It's used for a few different things. It's used to make eyeshadows more pigmented. It's actually used for like a diarrhea medication, and it can also be used for something else. They use it for chemo patients as a oral wash, and a couple other ingredients. But it is used for a lot of different things. But the one thing that kind of put me off about it is that it does say kaolin should not be inhaled and that can give you lung problems. Well, in all honesty, you've got it in this palette as the third ingredient, and as much as these really aren't that dusty, like let's just do, because I'm probably only going to do finger swatches, let's just kind of give you a show of the pigmentation or like the powderiness. So let's just go into the lemonade, and hopefully I'm gonna get real close. You can see like there isn't a ton of kickback on these shades, but there is, like, you know, if you were to do that, obviously you're gonna get some kickback, and apparently that is not, like, it can give you lung problems. So I'm kind of like weirded out a little bit. I don't know if it's like a cheaper ingredient, I don't know. I just find it weird. Like, I don't know why they didn't use like cornstarch or something like that. I know that Huda Beauty uses cornstarch, and her eyeshadows are freaking bomb. They're a little bit like weird to the touch, but they blend absolutely phenomenally. But anyway, so that kind of weirded me out about the palette. Now, as for the wears, I did do a look of the day every day last week, and a couple days, even the week before, I think, using just this palette. I pretty much just used this palette all week long. I used every single shade in the palette, and I think I will go over swatches with you guys and just tell you a little bit about each shade. And then I also am going to show you how I got this look today using this palette. So let's get into that, because lots of other things to talk about. And yeah, let's just start with the swatches first, because that's what everybody wants to see. So you saw the swatches. They aren't as pigmented as I maybe would think, I guess, but I do think that if you're looking for softer color, like if you really want to dive into color and you love Violet Voss, they blended really beautifully. The mattes blended really beautifully. They just aren't as pigmented. The like sunnies and sandals, which are the deepest colors in the palette, they're pretty deep. Like, they are pretty deep. I did a look using sandals Friday, so you can check that out on my Instagram. Link is always in the description. Another shameless plug. But yes, what I love about Violet Voss though is I love her shimmer formula. Her shimmers are beautiful. Like this one, Flip Flop, is like a duochrome, and I'm sure you saw it in the swatches. I think it's so pretty. Like, it's a peachy, like purpley color. Oh, it's so beautiful. And like, honestly, I don't think there's any shimmers in here that I wasn't super impressed by. Seashell, it is more of like a glitter topper. I found that having, like, you know, some concealer on my inner corner or something to have it stick to worked beautifully. But anyways, let's go into the look. And of course, I'm sorry, I probably should have said this earlier, but I obviously have timestamps in the description as to if you want to just see the swatches, if you want to talk about the palette, if you want to just see the look, all that good stuff. So remember that for any of my palette reviews that I do, like a look and I talk about the palette and all that, I pretty much always put timestamps in there, or at least I try to. put in the comments if I don't, you know, you need to put timestamps in, and I totally will. Anyways, let's go into the look that I did today, and obviously this is it. Yeah, let's get into it. My review. Final thoughts here. I think that this is a really gorgeous palette for someone that, one, loves metallic shadows, because the metallics are so beautiful in here, and you need to love like colorful metallics. Like for every matte shade that there is in here, there's almost a corresponding color, you know, colorful shimmer. Like the orange, you know, this pinwheel shade could be close to watermelon. The only one they don't have is they do not have a matte purple to go with the purples, but you can always use like the flamingo, which is a really like kind of pinky orange. Watermelon is exactly that. It's watermelon shade. I would say that the like orangier tones work a lot easier than the colorful tones. Like they're brighter, they're more pigmented. I think that's just because they're easier to make maybe. Lemonade, Oceanfront, Beach Ball, which are the three more colorful mattes, they're just, you have to build them up. You have to build them up. So muted color, that's what you're getting here. Like even this Beach Ball, like if you saw in the swatches, it's not, you're not gonna get full bam pigmentation. Like there's a shade in the Subculture palette that is similar to this, and I think that would work so much better if you're looking for that really dark blue. I know some people don't like the Subculture. just forget I mentioned it if you're going to type in the comments, I hate this subculture. I actually enjoyed that palette. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. Holy, I just had like a brain fart there. And yeah, I love doing these reviews for you guys, and if there is anything you guys want me to review, as I always say, comment down below. Go on Instagram, leave me a DM, you know, whatever you want to do. I can totally, you know, review whatever you guys want. Again, I do not have oily lids. I wanted to say that as well, because I think that sometimes if you have oily lids, colors can work a little different on you. These come out pretty darn muted on me. Anyways, I like this palette. Do I think it's going to be everything that everybody wants? Absolutely not. Do I, you know, love the shimmers in it? I do love Violet Voss shimmers. I think they do a great job. The rainbow palette is out of this freaking world. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good day, night, evening, whatever, and bye.